Happy Monday. Hello. Today we're not doing a music production stream. We're just gonna do a Zatsudam because I am still not feeling well. And I didn't want to be both not feeling well and frustrated, but I still wanted to like hang out because, you know, hanging out is fun. How are you guys? How's your Monday? Hi. Hello Arthur, hello Ruga, hello Virgil, hello Cass, hello you, hello Rollin, hello F. Oh my god, everyone's here. I don't know if Mara's still here. That is also a question. I don't know. I apologize for postponing stream. I was in pain. So. Oh, hi Speed. Hello Speed. Anyway, I hope it's a 3D model today. Oh, the funny story about that actually. Guys, I was trying to produce a video for the channel because I recorded a cover. And I was trying to produce a video for the visual of that. And Warudo broke. And so now all day I've been like going back and forth with Warudo support to try and fix my Warudo, but that's why it's not a 3D model today. I actually can't use my 3D model right now. And it's Scuff Coin going up. Yeah, Scuff Coin is going up. I don't know what happened, but it is. Also, we're gonna do our 5 gifted memberships for the month. I feel like doing that now because, guys, did you know that we have 150 members right now? Did you know that? It's crazy. Okay, we pray that Rollin gets one. We pray. Oh my god, hi Yui. Hi. What did I do? What did I do over the weekend other than not be good at Warudo and actually break my VTubing software? What did I do besides break my VTubing software? I finished V-Parade stuff. That was real. That was something that happened. I finished V-Parade stuff. V-Parade isn't finished, obviously, but I finished prep work for that. I actually, you guys remember when the IEMs were received on the throne? That is something that I received. And so I've been playing around with those. That was fun. I actually like went into, I don't know if you guys know about this, but there is a live street, like a Shibuya live street in VR chat. And I went to that and I tested my IEMs with the speakers there, and the IEMs work. The IEMs are doing really well. Hi! Hi, Zero. Thank you for the 2 years of membership. How does that make you feel? 2 years of membership? That makes me feel old. I can feel the pity through the screen. I do pity you. I pity you, Rollin. When we are now at 160 members, when is Rollin going to get a membership? We don't know. Funny enough, I got it gifted to Gumi's when I reminded her about the membership. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. I feel so old. You should feel. We are old. 2 years of membership to Twig VTuber. 2 years. That's insane. That's genuinely insane. What else did I do besides work on that? I repotted some of my plants. That was fun. My plants got repotted. That was great. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I watched the Princess Kaguya movie. Have any of you guys seen that? I wanted to watch it because, thank you for being a member for 5 months, Gumi. But I wanted to watch it because the fucking the score from Princess Kaguya was like really complicated. I was like, it looks so cool. It looks so nice. I went to the museum. It was okay. What museum was it? Did you see art? Did you see science? What kind of museum was it? What else did I do? I recorded some stuff. That was really big. I learned some of my dances that I need to learn. I've been planning things, but of course, yeah. I have sewn a tomato. Ooh! Like, embroidery tomato? Or, like, actually, like, sewing a, like, plushy tomato. Raphael's weaves and his paintings as well as his studies. Honestly sounds interesting. I would look into that. Which Kaguya? Love is War? No, it's the, like, the one where they're VTubers, and one of them's an alien, Princess Kaguya, whatever the fuck, with the EX Otogi Banashi. Otogi Banashi. Nanairo kirameite EX Otogi Banashi. Cosmic Princess Kaguya. That. VR chat Kaguya. Yeah, it was really interesting. For someone who has talked publicly about really liking VR chat idols, I didn't expect that movie to be about VR chat idols. Pincushion tomato, basically a plushie. It's a pincushion tomato. Oh my god, I grew up with, because my mom did cross stitch, right? So I grew up doing cross stitch. My pincushion was a strawberry. I like strawberry pincushions, but they're less common than the tomatoes. I do like the tomatoes, but strawberries are cuter. It was too crowded, annoying, and the other sections were far more interesting and less claustrophobic. Aw. Aw, poor Rollin. Twig, why, oh why, $7 NASA patch has 170 shipping to my country? Perhaps it's a skill issue. Get born in a better place, 5head. No, I don't know. I don't know how shipping works, to be honest with you. And honestly, that is one of the main reasons why we haven't gotten physical checky yet. We haven't gotten physical checky yet because I'm stupid. I'm stupid and I don't want to figure out how shipping works. I want to be able to send the checky to a company that ships it to you all for me. But, like, none of those companies want to work with someone under 1 million subscribers. And so I'm like, ah! Yeah. Wait. Cass, can you send the Twitch link for Twig channel? I cannot. They don't like it. Yes, you have to find the Twitch of your own volition if you want to be part of that godforsaken site that isn't even streaming right now. Feel you? Yeah! By the way, if you guys haven't watched Tenyo Yui's stuff recently, you definitely should check her out. She's really chaotic. If you're more like a daytime person, if, like, you wish Twig would stream earlier, you should definitely check out Yui. She has an original song that you should definitely check out. It's called Hello Virtual World, and it got stuck in my head for, like, weeks when it first came out because it's so catchy. Hello world, here I am, coiny, coiny, co don't know the lyrics, but you know, you get the da-da-da-da. Do you want an Oshi that doesn't abuse you? That would be Tenyo Yui. Tenyo Yui is where my viewers go to not be mean. Yes, Oh, I mean, you act as if, Rollin, you act as if you didn't ask for the ability to have a 1 in 400 chance that you die for a minute when anyone types in chat. Literally every time someone types in chat, you have a gamble. I like Yui very much. She is very much like a different vibe from me. I will say that. Like, I love Yui. I love Yui. She's so much more idle than I am. I see Yui and I'm like, that is the orthodox idol that like I am rooting for in my everyday life. I'm just a little shit on the internet. I haven't been to people's streams very much because I had to take care of my mental health. Honestly, I stand by that. I stand by that. You should continue to look after yourself. Seriously, as a creator, like, I always think that, I don't know, I'm never seeing you guys as like shift workers, right? Like, Doug had that one bit where like, yeah, chat is in the mines and they're farming reactions and they have like a reaction quota every like 5 minutes. No. No. I may be your show. Your show might be on, but not the Max Verstappen emote. I regret adding that. Honestly, I don't know. The problem with us getting so many emotes, so quickly, I'm running out of things to turn into emotes, so I'm starting to use things as temporary emotes, but every time I do that, you guys get attached to the temporary emotes, so we're never gonna be able to have, like, a vote on Twig illustrated emotes. We're never gonna have another vote on, like, oh yeah, which Genshin emote do we want to Twigify now? You did good getting the temporary. I lost mine. See, that's the reason why I have the shrimp emote. It's a temporary emote. And now I'm never gonna be able to take away the shrimp or the fish emote. They're forever going to be there. They're going to forever be there. Add Charles Lelarc. I'm not becoming an F1 streamer, okay? I'll never go back to get my slots. You know what I did, Yui? So right now, all of my gifted memberships are $1. And honestly, I think it's a win because, the people who were getting gifted memberships already were not really joining the Discord. Some of you guys did, but if you really want to be in the Discord, that's like a $5 a month thing. But, it also means that, like, I can artificially inflate the amount of emotes I have in my chat. Because, yeah. Wait, isn't it on purpose? I like people name letters. Question mark? I don't know. Put the letters in your name. I see some VTubers do that. Oh, Twig? I don't know. I feel like that's a very VTuber thing and not so much a Twig thing. You know? It's a Twig. It's a Nori! It's a Nori! Hi, Nori! Hello, Nori! How are you doing, Nori? Sorry if I keep turning this way. I'm in a heated blanket. I am wrapped into a heated blanket burrito right now, and I have to constantly adjust the heat levels because level 2 is too cold and level 3 is too hot, so I just have to turn it on and off with my foot. Quick, where's my Pokeball? Probably at the Poke Store, where they sell ahi tuna that is overpriced with like a few slabs of edamame and a brick of white rice. That's a bad joke. Nope, 2.5, this is a scam. Yeah, I mean, I have a singular button on this blanket, so. Breaking news, Twig is not a VTuber. I mean, I didn't start as a VTuber, and there's a lot of VTuber things that you guys do not get from me. Shrimp is very much Twig thing. You don't even know! Twig saying, I'm not like other girls, I am not a pick-me. It's not even that thing, it's the fact that I started as a YouTuber and I have a YouTube audience and not a, like, VTuber fan service audience. Sakana, sakana, sakana! You brought that on yourself, Speed. You brought that on yourself. I mean, it makes sense getting people to go offsite and interact as well is a bit of an ask, though I guess I might have not joined Discord except because Zero got me a membership. Yeah, that is the downside. I think, I don't know. I may eventually raise the prices again, but I also feel like in this time of economic downturn, I want to be accessible. Like, the perks didn't change, but like having people have the small joy of maybe having an emote for a month is like very chill, you know? I would join the Discord if I had a membership, but I'm not 18. See, yeah, that is another thing. I'm so sorry, I do not want a Discord full of minors. That would be very bad. I think that would be very unsafe. A nightmare to moderate. Twig is not like other VTubers, she a YouTuber. Yeah, that is my origin. There are differences between these two audiences? I think there is. Like, think about it this way, right? So, recently, VTuber Twitter has been having a discussion that they have literally every year where they're like, what is the best way for a male VTuber to succeed? And it's always a conversation of like, male VTubers just need to pander to the parasocial like ASMR thing. But like, I think that's a very VTuber take. I think that's a very VTuber take because if you look at male content creators and like streamers, if you look at like the Kai Cenats and the fucking Ludwigs of the world, you would see that like men don't have to do that to be successful, you know? Like, just VTubing is a medium, but I think the industry does have certain like standards that sometimes people just push on other people. And I think sometimes it's fueled by the audience, depending on the VTuber's audience demographic, but I think most of the expectations come from other VTubers who are like running events. I don't know who these two are. It's because you follow anime girls on the internet. Kai Cenat. I blocked them, I think, lol, not interested in their content. I mean, that's valid. That is valid, but you can't... I think, honestly, if there was one way to get, like, a form of success, right? You would just, like... and everyone would be famous. If there was one formula to being successful, to being popular, everyone would be famous. No one would do anything original. They would just be tiny Mr. Beasts. But why do all of the people who rip off Mr. Beast fail? It's because they're not Mr. Beast. You know? Like, you can't do the same thing as other people and expect the same results because you are not that person. I think that is something that VTubers sometimes need to realize. Some people become VTuber to be popular as VTubers. That comes with the VTuber tropes. Yes, that is very true. So like, there is a large difference between how I interact with my chat and the things that I choose to pursue versus those people who want specifically a VTuber audience. Step 1, don't just play Valorant in silence. Step 2, do cool shit. I don't even think it's that simple though. I really don't. I think there is merit to that advice. Like, that is very good baseline, but like, on top of that, you kind of need an understanding of like, value, right? Between audience and creator. Like, what does your audience get out of sitting there and watching you? And why should anyone care about the thing that you're presenting to them, right? Because everything in social media is a first impression. Even if you have like a pre-made audience, even if you have like viewers who come to you, that's not everyone who's gonna see you, right? So yeah, to this day I still don't understand that. It is something I have to work on as well. But I think the people who can figure that out, that is the real, like, key to success, right? Is, like, figuring out the formula of why people care about you. Is, like, the baseline of how to be successful as a content creator. But, like, it's hard. And you have to be, like, consistent in that value formulation. So, yeah. We get twognium from Twig. Twognium? I mean, it can be just as simple as, like, I feel like a lot of you guys watch me because you're tired. And you want, like, a buddy to watch that is kind of also an idiot and tired and suffering through their own creative process so that you can be like, ah, yeah, their suffering is relatable. I feel like that is very much the, like, that is very much the vibe of my community. But, like, say the viewers of, like, Nene Amano, who is, like, an ASMR audience, who are watching for, like, more idle reasons, it's very different. I'm tired, but that's beside the point. I slept like garbage. I mean, I feel like that it is a baseline that if you are watching Twig Vtuber, you are a tired individual. I watch you because you belong to absolutely different culture than I do. I mean, that is also a thing. In it for the JP Idol Oshi push. Yeah, I mean, Ruka, I guess you are like one of the few people with the like conventional Oshi push things. You make me laugh? That's fair. That's fair. I found you from your old video what your main in Genshin says about you. Yeah, see? That is like the peak of my popularity. I have metaphorically fallen off since then. The first stream I was in on, Zero was on trial. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. This is off topic, but I had this question for a while. I'm not a member, but is the custom member emojis based off of the Genshin ones? Yes. Yes, because when I got memberships, I was still a Genshin creator. The background is the same as those creepy ghost videos, OMG. Ooh, I'm coming to your house. Ooh. Some people, yeah. If male VTubers go down the ASMR route, their account will be bricked and people will only know them for that, which can get very controversial. That's, I feel like, yes and no. I feel like with the ASMR content creators, there is very much like a, it's a risk, and also you cannot, like, take any risks with that. Because YouTube will strike you down. But I also think, like, the reason why a lot of male VTubers think that's the way, or a lot of VTubers think that that is the way, is because of the prevalence of agencies like Niji-Sanji. Right? So, like, you have... Niji-Sanji has that huge momentum for their male waves. And a lot of the Niji-Sanji waves include very specific voices and very specific characters with those voices to draw in, like, female fans. Specifically. I think it is a formula, but, like, I think also as an indie VTuber, without the marketing prowess behind you of a company, like, you probably are not gonna choose a persona for yourself that fits your voice entirely, right? So it's a hard line. It's a hard line to, like, go down. You are literally living the opposite side of the world, maybe having polar opposite life, but here we are. Yeah, that's fair. I found you on your anniversary stream when Kendra was a guest. Oh, were you a Kendra fan first? Interesting. Figure out why people care about you, realize it's Genshin, desperately try not to get pigeonholed, really lean into things you actually want to do, thrive. Yeah, like, I have fallen off, but I haven't, like, gotten discouraged because what I'm doing now is not because I'm doing it for views, right? Like, I can post a shitty Takarazuka cover with, like, shitpost energy and, like, be fine about it. Because I'm like, that is a very niche subject. Twig, if you come to my house, I'll make you cookies, maybe even Mountain Dew flavor. I would be interested in seeing how you do that, because you cannot cook Mountain Dew without taking all of the flavor out. Literally, just cook any of my Mountain Dew recipes and you will find that Mountain Dew literally does not affect taste at all. But also, please don't let it be Baja Blast flavor specifically, because that fucking pie killed me. The Baja Blast pie specifically, that flavor reminds me of Flintstones vitamins, and I cannot stand it. I really cannot stand it. I love knowing who even- I love not knowing who even the fuck is Niji-sanji! That is another aspect of, like, me acting more as a YouTuber than a VTuber, right? Like, about half of you guys have never watched a VTuber and don't come from a VTuber audience. And I think that's, like, one of the best things about my channel, honestly, because I don't have to stick to VTuber convention. It's great. It's amazing. Luxium got popular in Niji not only because they were the first ever male wave in the VTubing space, that is incorrect, but because they centered to the female audience. Guilty, I was an Ike fan. Yeah, I feel like, Niji-sanji in general is just like a really strong company. Like, even in JP, they're really strong with specifically female fan bases and like male talents. They know how to do it really well. Niji always kind of operates with this like idea of a sitcom kind of energy of like you have characters and they all interact with each other pretty casually. But I don't know. I feel like Ian's lost the plot a little bit. But you can't negate that the formula does work in their case. I do what I please while also yoink and twist from everything. I think yoink and twist is really, really powerful. If you can figure out how to yoink and twist, like effectively, that's a really big thing. I'm doing a lot of yoink and twist these days with music promotion. I haven't bothered to do it until now. That is a big confession of mine. I haven't really bothered to do yoink and twist since my Genshin days. Since leaving Genshin, I haven't cared enough to like sit down and be like, how can I twist this into a Twig thing? This is some trend. Because I'm like not content-pilled right now. I'm just like, I'm vibing. Twig, can I make Code Red cake? You can try. It won't taste like Code Red because all of the flavor disappears. Cass, be proud that you do not know who Niji-sanji is. Niji-sanji is a JP VTuber agency. That is who they are. I like grape flavored Dime Tap, but I've had none of those things recently. Huh. Nora, you have very interesting taste. I should rephrase, we had Hollow Stars, but they were the first wave to get insanely popular. In English. In English specifically, yes. I think there was... I don't know, did the Spanish-speaking community ever really have, like, male VTubers? I know that they had the one agency that was, like, notorious for, like, doxing one of their talents. I don't think the Spanish community had, like, a big male wave, though. But yeah, the in Japan and in China, there were very large male VTubers already. In fact, before Niji Sanji's male wave, I was watching Niji Sanji JP men. Like, that was the time period when I was watching, like, Kanae, Kuzuha, and them. If I can, I will tell one name that is worth to know from Niji Sanji. Scarla. She has a great voice and dance move. The rest are not worth knowing. I actually don't know that much about Scarla. I don't know that much about Scarla. I don't really follow that many Niji people these days. Occasionally, I'll pop into some of their stuff, but like not super often. I yoink and twist a lot of music styles. Oh, well, like music styles is a different thing. I'm talking about like video concept ideas, stream concept ideas, stuff like that. Yeah, no Nijian just crashed and burned. There's no saving them, unfortunately. Is there a way to save Nijian? I feel like if they created an entire... You know how, like, HoloLive has Holo, like, Dev? Or, like, Devis, Flowglow, that, like, you know, that branch. I feel like if Niji did that, but with EN, under completely different management, in, like, a Brave Group style, it could work. But, like, it would be very hard. I also think that if Niji went the Plave route, they could also win. Who are you and what have you done with Cherry? That's so funny. I changed my name, Rag. Now you're brominated water. What does brominated mean? Water with bromine? Infiltrating it? That's crazy. Twig, yeah, they did that guy with the rich laugh. Huh? That guy with the rich laugh? Dare? Who? Wachter, the epic tone of thank you, I didn't even remember their name. I knew it started with a W though. Let's see. I've never watched anyone in Niji, maybe only shorts. What was the most recent Niji stream I watched? I think I watched a Wilson stream. When I was like scrolling. I was like doom scrolling in bed and YouTube like auto went to a Wilson stream. And it was like very low energy, but like it seemed like he had been streaming for a while, so it was very chill vibe. I was down. Quick, where's the imposter? It's so funny. Hello Indy, the games? No. I mean they're like their alternate department, like where Bansho and Vivi are. That because it's not Hello JP, it's something different. Niji was fun, but I've stopped hearing of them in HoloLive as recently as exploring all the indies has taken over my timeline. Honestly, I feel like indie VTubing is the future, but like also at the same time, a lot of VTuber audiences will not take chances on indies. Which is also why I'm kind of happy I don't have a VTuber audience. And I treat myself more as a YouTuber. Bromine? I think I only know of the glitch stars. Oh! I know a little bit of the glitch stars, not that much. ISMTS, a way to cleanse wart. It acts like chlorine since it's another halogen without the salty taste. But what if I like the salt? What if I'm severely sodium deficient and I wish I craved the salt? Which unironically might actually be a problem, chat. Did you guys know that? I overhydrate, so like sometimes I'm like, man, is it the B12 deficiency or do I just need salt right now? Indie VTubing is wild and a lot of very cool and fun people. I think it's because there's not as much restriction. Like there's not like guardrails in the way of you doing stuff. I've had too much salt as of late. Do you want to trade? What if I like take half of the salt content from your body and then we both like we neutralize that way? Of like, you eat fuck tons of salt and then I sometimes somehow like find a way, like I just get you really sweaty and then I lick it. And then that's how I get like half of the salt content from you, Gumi. That would be an ideal situation because then we would both be solved, you know? Are you suggesting we trade body fluid? I mean, we are wives. It's not that scandalous. What you're proposing to lick my soul. Don't take it that way! Don't take it that way, Gumi. Gumi, no! Gumi, no! Gumi! Going now! I didn't mean it like that. Oh my god! Go away! Oh god, I'm iron deficient, so I gotta deal with, every time I stand up I get my head hit with a metal pole. Fun. Honestly, I've considered getting an iron fish to swim in my soup. What do you mean bad me? Twig said she'd lick my sweat. Gumi, focused on... Focus on driving, Gumi! Even I don't remember the bullshit I say, okay? Like... Iron fish? Yeah. People who are iron deficient, sometimes they'll buy like an iron fish that is made of iron, and then they just like ploink it into their soup, and then they stir the soup and they simmer the soup with the fish, and the fish swims in the soup and it deposits iron into the soup. And if you make the soup with like more spinach as well, then you get more iron content in your soup. I don't know if it also works for pasta, but like potentially if you don't like soup, that might be an option, you know. Lovely time to come in. Huh, I might search one iron fish for me. Yeah, consult your doctor, but like it might be an option for you. Clayton, no, don't look! I'm not doing anything scandalous. Gumi is just making it scandalous, okay? She is the one with the mind of dirt here. I am pure. I am a pure say-so idol. I'm so pure. I could be in one of those AKB48 like music videos where they just like smile at you all innocently. Yeah, that could be me. And then Gumi comes around and is like, hey kid, you're gonna film heavy rotations in lingerie. And I go, what? Question mark? What? What do you mean? Hello, I'm from East Korea. I know nothing about the geography of Korea. I hope East Korea is doing very well with very mild temperatures. I actually love meat, but no one in my household eats it, so I end up with no iron. Oh, I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat, so I have like a B12 deficiency, and then I also have like sometimes iron is bad, sometimes salt is bad, vitamin D is definitely bad. But yeah. I like eating meat, but I hate cooking meat because texture and blood smell. I hate the smell of cooking meat. It's actually really bad. What is Twig diet? What did I eat today? What did I eat? Sorry, Chad, I actually have to like strain to remember what the fuck I ate today. Cause I know I ate something. Well, I had like pasta for dinner, but I'm trying to remember what the fuck I had for lunch. What did I have for lunch? Oh, I had egg. I had 2 eggs for lunch, and then I had pasta for dinner. And I'm drinking tea. Twig is like 52% soup. I am like 90% soup. My diet is like vegetable and soup. I think it was sakana. No, I didn't have sakana today. I might have sakana tomorrow though. Don't worry about it. That is so true. Yeah. Girl would not be able to answer, what did you eat for lunch yesterday? Shaking my head. I actually do remember what I ate yesterday because I only had 1 meal because I was feeling bad. And I didn't want to cook. And so I ordered... Have you guys ever heard of Momo? I ordered Momo in, like, spicy curry sauce. And it was very good. It was very yummy. And then, yeah. I dipped, more vegetables in the sauce. Twog hates CEO of Face Connect. That is one agency I don't really watch. I don't know jack shit about FaZe Connect, to be honest with you. They have a lot of talents. They have a lot of people watching them. I made this clip. Why are you abusing your mod powers? Not the sweat fan service. What about Vtuber? I'm familiar with some of them. I don't watch a lot of streams though. I just don't have the time. Face Connect is wild. I know nothing about them, to be honest with you. Abuse of power for funny. That's crazy. Oh, you don't know Pippa, Lumi, and some others? I know their names and their models. I don't know anything about their content. Vtuber is not an agency. Yeah, it's a group. I know that much. I know that they have some goated as fuck singers, but I haven't seen their streams that much. Yeah. Question mark. Oh, I didn't know that? Yeah. They are a group, not an agency. There's some of those out there where, like, you would look at them and think that they're an agency. They're actually a group. I have a lot of admiration for those, actually. Because, like, how do you manage that as, like, talents? It takes a very specific group of people to be able to do something like that. Where everyone agrees that it's like an equitable like co-op situation. I honestly, like, if agencies die, that might be the future. Because we also see that with the pattern of like traditional YouTubing as well, where like we used to have a bunch of these like YouTuber management companies, right? And from there, they were like all exposed to be corrupt, blah 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 blah. But then nowadays, it's really common for stuff like what is the British one? The British one where they do a bunch of like BuzzFeed, modern BuzzFeed type content. The Sidemen. The Sidemen is a co-op, and there's a lot of those. So, yeah. Twig, I gotta go, but I must ask, Vietnamese food or Thai food? Both. Both. The answer is both. That's the correct answer. Any entry of Momo is just images of the lemur in my head. Momo is like, I don't know if it's West Indian or... I mean East Indian or Southwest Asian? Well, I guess India is like Asian, but it's like that region. It's their version of dumplings, essentially. Where like, I got vegetable ones, so imagine a dumpling filled with like falafel. That's like stewed in curry. It's actually really nice. Happy April Fools. Hi Shelby. Hi. Guys, you guys know how like sometimes I'll be an idiot on stream and you guys will be like, ha ha ha, Twig, take the SAT on stream. Shelby was there for that stream. I don't think you guys realize how long Shelby has been watching me. Shelby has been here since before Genshin. I don't know who came first, honestly, Zero or Shelby, because they both came up at the same time, generally. It's crazy. What's the SAT? It's the college like entrance exam for Americans, essentially. It's like you know how like you have like exams that you apply to colleges with? It's one of two that Americans take. Americans have the SAT and the ACT. Fun fact, in high school I never took the SAT. I took the ACT like twice through my school, but I never got the results. They never gave me the results. Standardized test to put on college applications, yeah. Yup. Yup. Yup, yup, yup. I started coming during kindergarten. Now I'm a working adult. She's basically my childhood friend. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Shelby. Honestly, you guys, if you guys ever look at my old content and you're like, where the fuck did that nice Twig go? Where did the cute, you know, cute, warm Twig that's like amazing and like super idly and like nice to her audience and doesn't torment them, where did that Twig go? Blame Shelby and blame Zero. Those were the two. Those were the two that started the bullying. They started the violence, and I continued that perpetuation of violence. What was the quote that Mel said the other day? Okay, this is like a Twig friend server thing. I was playing with Mel in Tetris, and we were doing the divorce mode. And I sent Mel lines, and Mel died. And then when I revived Mel, Mel sent me lines, and I was like, why are you doing this? And Mel was like, we repeat patterns of abuse. So, yeah. Shelby is the pattern of abuse that I have repeated through my entire VTubing career. You could have gotten such an uwu, cutesy, patootsy, pink-haired VTuber, okay, but then Shelby came, and everything went downhill. Oh my god, you're welcome! I got one guide and into an entire existence and identity of my content. The fact I got one guide into this persona is so funny to me. Oh, yeah, I'm with Shelby. These kind of sounding like positives. What, you guys don't like the like cutesy uwu? Guys, what if I stream like this? What if I had like such a softer voice and I like streamed like this in a higher register and I was like, hi guys, my name is Twig. I'm so excited to do things today. Oh, and now you have an evil old man. Yes, stream like this! As my entire chat is going, ew! Ew! Don't do that! Ew. Oh my god! Don't worry, I'm not gonna become an ASMR VTuber. In fact, guys, I recently had the opportunity to join ASMR Relay, and I'm thinking about potentially making a run back on the reading the B-movie script if I am in that. I don't know if I'm just in the singing one or the ASMR one, but if I'm in the ASMR one, I'm reading copy pastas. I'm not... I need old Twig's impression to understand what we got depraved of. No. All that happened was, you know, Twig just became unhinged. Twig just became Twig. What is unequivocally, unreplicably Twig, okay? Twig depraved now? What you mean? They admitted depravity a long time ago! Oh god. Shaking my head. That should have been part of the Gwig goals. What? Me reading copy pastas in an ASMR voice? I feel like I would have gotten 2 of you in that stream. Last time I did it, somehow you guys survived, but like you guys were typing backwards and upside down. So I don't know how you're gonna do it this time, you know, entertain yourselves when I'm reading the B-movie script again. I don't know. Shaking my head. Shaking my head. No worries, Arthur. I know it was a typo and I know and what you meant instead. Yeah. What? Well, do it again? No. I'm happy. No. What if we read the Shrek script? Does that include me having to do the... What if I did a one-man musical? But it's all Shrek and I'm obligated to replicate all of the instrumentals in acapella. I think the B-movie stream was my very first stream of yours. You knew me back then? To be honest, I didn't know Gumi until Gumi applied to V-Parade. Never gonna give you IP? Never going to give you IP. So honorable. Do that? I'm not doing that. The Shrek one-man musical sounds like a solid content. I'm not doing that. No, you can't pull me into that. You know what? I will do that if the wireless mics get funded. If the wireless mics get funded, I will do a one-man Shrek the musical rendition where I am all of the characters using said mics. How about that? V-Parade 1 auditions was a long time ago. I mean, yeah, but I think it was... Was it? Did you find me before the auditions? I don't remember whether auditions came out before then. Before the B movie. Think of the views. That's the problem. I don't think there would be any views. But Twig, I got one question. What are you doing in my swamp? I don't know. I'm not in your swamp. Unless you provide me with those mics. I will not enter your swamp unless the mics are provided. That's so funny. Money. Yeah, money. Oh god. But yeah. What are you guys drinking today? Are you guys into tea these days? How have you felt about tea? Ayo, bet chat can do it. Don't instigate them. Don't instigate them. Don't tempt them. Fanta, real Fanta. Fanta's sugary everywhere though. Like sure, Europe has less sugar in Fanta, but Fanta still has a fuck ton of sugar. With juice? Yeah, but like, eat a fruit. I can sing okay and Silver can too. But new mics fire emoji. I don't know, man. I always prefer that you guys spend your money on yourselves and your own enjoyment. And yet here you are. I used to love green tea Kit Kat. Now I hate it with every fiber of my body. Why? What turned matcha off of you? What turned you off of matcha? Money runs the show? No, it doesn't. Do you understand that like 90% of what I produce is self-made? Guys, I don't hire people. I don't hire staff. The only time I ever hire people is if I need like visual art. That is the only time I hire people. Sometimes I will hire mixing, but these days I mostly do it myself. I need to get some good tea, but I hate ordering things on the internet. I mean, that is valid. I have an Asian market near me that has like mid tea that are my like daily drinkers. Was my first stream of yours? Yeah, I'm abusing mod powers. That is crazy. It was the Tchaikovsky B-movie script reading with the random sound effects. That is a wild first impression. That is an insane first impression. I think it's because I ate it daily to the point I became sick of it. I mean, there are people in this world that drink matcha lattes every day and they're not tired of it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't care about sugar levels. I consume and use it like a hummingbird. That's concerning. At this rate, Twig, get rid of Gumi's mod privileges. But what if I like Gumi? What if Gumi's my wife, though? What if I like her? What if she's my Pookie? And I will kiss her until the end of time. And almost was lost media due to most of the world because of a long dead composer. No, it wasn't because of the composer. It wasn't. Okay. Twig explains music rights again for the chat. Okay, so when it comes to classical music, right? Tchaikovsky is dead long enough to where his compositions are public domain, right? So like specifically the notes on the score are public domain. The composition is public domain. Tchaikovsky's estate, I should say, cannot be able to claim royalties on the compositions of Tchaikovsky. However, if a performance is done and recorded of said piece, then that orchestra now has rights to what is called the mechanical license of that recording. And so the person who almost made that stream lost media was an orchestra that had nuked their recordings of the pieces in that stream off the face of the planet. But the thing about recordings of Tchaikovsky is it's all the same piece. It is all different orchestras in different locations playing the exact same piece. So Content ID will see a recording of Tchaikovsky from the New York Philharmonic to and think it's like the Chinese Philharmonic, right? But it's not. It's the New York Philharmonic. And so when you're uploading it, there is always a chance that public domain Tchaikovsky or other old recordings like that, even if you use public domain recordings of it, might still get struck and you have to contest it, being like, actually it's not that recording, it is this recording. And that's exactly what we did in that situation of like, we provided which recording it was and YouTube compared it and was like, okay, yeah, it's this one. It's not the one that we thought it was. And so they removed the claim. But yeah, it is like music law, everyone. I only know about this because I was involved in playing orchestras, and so if you are an orchestra that is not playing public domain scores, in order to actually perform a score, you actually have to buy the rights for it. And in addition to buying the rights for it, you have to buy the rights for the amount of times you're going to perform that score publicly. So like you'll see with like community theaters and stuff like that, they will struggle sometimes to fund performances from the start because they have to buy the rights to perform the actual musicals that they do. It's also the reason why Illegal Hamilton is actually illegal. It's not because the filming was privated, it's because they commissioned the rights, they petitioned the rights to be able to perform that. But when you do that, when you obtain a license to perform a cover of something, right, you cannot change the composition. It has to remain faithful to the original like notes on the page. So the reason why Illegal Hamilton was illegal is because they changed aspects of the musical. So yeah. Why is Alexander Hamilton a musical? Ask Lin-Manuel Miranda. Each orchestra concert will use the YouTube copyright system as well, so super careful use for that. Yes. So yeah, know if you're gonna use classical music in your videos, know exactly what recording you're using. There's actually a really good website for this. If you want to find like public domain sheet music, but also recordings of sheet music, there is a website for it. I know this because I used to pull from this a lot. IMSLP. IMSLP has both scores and recordings that are all public domain. So you should be able to use anything from IMSLP. They do have a guide on what is protected by copyright and things like that, and how you can use public domain works. And like cases in like United States, Europe, Taiwan, all of that. So make sure to check out the website, but yeah, IMSLP is a public domain database, essentially, that is really handy if you are a musician who wants to like play some sheet music. Hamilton makes way too much money to sell the rights for that shit. Yeah. Well, actually, Hamilton does sell the rights to be able to perform it. That is actually how, like, if you ever see a school do a performance of Hamilton, that is because Hamilton, the copyright owners of Hamilton, I think in this case it's Disney. I think Disney bought Hamilton. They extended the license, essentially. And so they have the rights to be able to perform it. At least if they're doing things like the legal way. Sometimes performances will not be legal in that way. Also, this is not legal advice. I am not a music lawyer and I do not know your musical situation. But that is generally how things work. Bruh, Disney just buys everything? Yeah, they really do. Oh, to have antitrust laws in the United States again. Oh, to have antitrust laws enforced once more. Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh, golly gee. But yeah. That is how performances work. Technically, you're also supposed to do this when you're doing, like, a cover at a concert. So, like, YouTube actually is really cool because they will obtain licenses for you to be able to upload the covers that you do, and they're also able to obtain the licenses that is available for uploading video of the covers, because there's different licenses between using copyright music in videos versus using copyright music in, like, performances. And so that's cool. But in order to actually, like, say you have, like, a physical concert outside, like, in a venue, chances are, if you're anywhere outside of the United States that kind of treats this very laxly, you probably want to buy the rights to be able to perform that song for that one night. Yeah. Unless it's your own song, obviously, but yeah. Because there are, like, there are organizations that collect royalties on these rights. For the songwriters. For the composers, for the songwriters. And so even if the performing artists are not getting royalties, the people who compose the song are. Where to buy it, though? I actually don't know. There's a few different places. There are a few different places. I've never actually had to buy any, personally. But I know that it is a concern when you start doing, like, music at a higher level. I was never, like, organizing orchestras, so I actually don't know where to buy. But yeah. So much for selling my potential not strong enough cover. I mean, you can still sell it, but you have to, like, if you want to sell a cover, you have to go through a music distributor that will either have a partner that helps you obtain the mechanical license to do so, or they offer that with the distribution of your music. Either one. But yeah. It's an interesting subject. I actually wanted to go into music business for a period in middle school. So I did look into things like this. I'm a little bit of a nerd. But yes, that is why the B-movie script video got struck and, like, almost lost media. I had access to the VOD and none of you guys could have watched it. It was because the performance license. Yeah. Yeah. Yippee! Copyright law. Woohoo! Waha! But yeah. Any other questions? I don't know. I'm kind of glad it's like this, though. Because it means that, like, People who produce music and people who compose music are able to collect royalties on their work, and it's not just like the performer. So like imagine the person who wrote like what song is trending right now? I don't know. Imagine being the person who wrote the beat for a Beyonce song, right? Like, you wouldn't just get paid that one time when you submit it to Beyonce, right? You would get paid every time someone streams that song. And every time she performs that song, you know? It's like a super passive income stream for producers and stuff. But like there is a trend of like artists asking for the like full rights of their songs from the producers with like a with like an advance, right? Because a song is not expected to pop off all the time. It's not always going to. So sometimes it is a better deal to take that, but I would say like me, if I ever got into like serious producing, I probably wouldn't agree to a deal like that. But yeah. Who we rating? That's crazy! But it came back, so now we can all suffer! Woohoo! Most songs do not pop off. Yeah, most songs don't. Music is very oversaturated. It's like VTubing. I would argue that music is more oversaturated than VTubing because every VTuber does music and not all musicians are VTubers. So there's a lot of things that never see the light of day when it comes to the music industry, I think. Which is kind of sad. It's pretty sad. But yeah. I do think there should be more like respect for songwriters in the space. I don't know. Not many VTubers don't do music. I mean, I don't know. I feel like VTubers tend to. Even if they're not like super into like doing a cover, occasionally they will do one. They'll have a friend that's like, hey, we're doing a cover, and they're like, ah, man, you know? Music was better back in the day. Spams the survivorship bias, plain image. It's not even that. I think the combination of how Spotify has changed monetization in the music space, first of all. And then you have the death of the monoculture. And then you also have just like the attention economy. And it's really hard to be a musician and just a musician without being some sort of personality, I think, these days. Even labels are like, a lot of labels will not take you if you don't have a following. At least a small one. Like, they are looking specifically, they're not looking to develop talent that much. It's more of like, oh, have you gone viral on TikTok? The music grind is hard. Looks at Nori and salutes. Yeah, Nori works so hard. Nori works so incredibly hard. And I feel so bad. Can you cover It's Everyday Bro by Jake Paul the Legend? I'm gonna ban you for that. Cass, can you ban Shelby for like 5 minutes? Why would you even mention that in my presence? I used to be one way to buy music, and now you can look it up and hear almost all musicians now. Yeah. Ironically, I think YouTube pays better than Spotify does. Even if you just go by ad revenue alone, like YouTube pays so much more. Can you cover the Max Verstappen song? Can you time out speed for a minute? That's a less severe one than Jake Paul. Yeah. Do I have water still? I do. Oh. How do you guys feel about me learning how to rap recently? I feel like I'm still not good at rapping, but me doing like Hana songs has improved it. I feel like every time I do a Hana song, it's like, okay, lock the fuck in, Twig, and then I get it. But like, rap is so hard. Wild how the vibe shifted from, wow, this pop star started online, to that being the requirement. Yeah, literally, that is the requirement. I'm so unserious about my music covers. I mean, so am I, Gumi. I literally covered like a Takarazuka cover with like Elizabeth, ba 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 ba. Yeah. Don't worry, the minute will pass speedily. Ha ha, hee ha ha. Right, going back to the never gonna give you up era of music. I mean, I feel like, we had a monoculture even until like, I would say like, maybe like 2016 was the death of the monoculture. You know? Back when like, it was hard to like, find people who were not all talking about the same thing. I'm curious how about I is standing by Inton John. Just kidding as well. Huh? Oh, you're recommending a cover. Oh, hi Jed. How are you, Jed? How's your Monday? How's your Monday? Ooh. I have so much to do. I have V-Parade stuff to record, and I'm hoping that my Warudo stuff solves itself out, because if I get to Friday and Warudo still doesn't work, I'm gonna have to record mocap and then render it in Unity, and I hate the idea of doing that. I don't want to render in Unity. Unity is the devil. The devil. That could have gone better. Look. Anyways. I think it is about time. Ending stream cadence got me once again. Ending stream cadence. Wow, Twig so predictable. Whoa, ha ha ha. Gonna start working on it and looking it up then. I'm working with Warudo stuff, don't worry about it. Let's see, who's live right now? A lot of people are live. Lots of people are live. But the question is, who do I feel as if I want to raid? I think I want to raid Mei Miuri because she's doing a 2.0 debut and karaoke. I think next week is our anniversary, our 3-year anniversary. I am probably gonna do some sort of karaoke thing. So, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good Monday. Bye!